G'day folks, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Hope you guys are doing well. We are still stuck, well, not exactly stuck, in this cave. A lot of things have happened in the previous episodes. We saved a goblin from being just murdered in cold blood, but then subsequently murdered our own bunch of goblins afterwards, pretty much straight afterwards. And we discovered this interesting cave, so obviously the goblins seem to know of a pathway to enter the Emerald Grove. Don't know if this is something that we should inform Korga on, and perhaps maybe they need to tighten their defenses. We've got these weird guardian statues, and I think we've turned one of them off, but I think we still have a couple more, so we kind of need to be a bit careful. I have no idea what those statues will do. And there's someone on the outside above this cave that we need to speak to, but we do need to bring Lae'zel with us. So yeah, a lot of things happening all at the same time, but first things first, we do need to just check out what's going on in this cave. We almost lost Will. Luckily, he's still with us, and we didn't have to use a scroll of Revivify, thankfully, and that's mainly because he wasn't really out, right? So there's this Findle, and as I was sort of editing the previous episode, I realized that this Findle is actually still alive, and that makes sense because I think some of the dialogue that we heard from these goblins was that they were like maybe toying with him, maybe torturing him in some way. So we should see if he can still be revived. Actually, we might be able to heal him. Let me just see here. So yeah, let's heal him. There we go, +8. Oh, and he just recovers all of his HP. That was something similar that happened while we were still outside of combat. That was really weird how we fired off those missiles and, you know, we did a lot of damage, but then he sort of recovered all of his HP. I'm thinking maybe if we're about to enter battle that way, it's better if we go into turn-based mode before we even fire off the first shot, because I think the issue was that, you know, too much time had elapsed and he just basically recovered his HP that way. Again, I could be wrong. You guys can let me know in the comments down below. Let's have a chat with this Findle and let's see what's going on.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
How did those goblins slip into the grove?
It's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Right, okay. So maybe these guardians are here specifically to prevent any attackers from coming through. So I guess the druids do know of this entranceway.
So that's progress.
And that's why the guardians have been set up. So let's take everything that we can carry. And obviously we do want to tread lightly though, considering the traps. Lupus, you can come join us, mate. Again, Lupus seems to just get stuck constantly on terrain.
Looking ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can...
What's hiding here?
Grab all of that stuff. There's more things up here. I felt like something may have lit up while I was hovering over this area, but maybe I was just seeing things. So I'm looking for these runes because I don't want to get like blasted or anything like that. Yeah, there's some explosive barrels here. And I assume, yeah, okay, so this is a little bit of oil. If we make this explode, this is just gonna keep burning, I assume. Unless we douse it out. And again, this is maybe water. I'm just sort of looking at that and I'm thinking that's water. Can't really confirm though. Scroll of Detect Thoughts. Could be useful. Potion, definitely useful. What is this? Potion of Animal Speaking. Right. I mean, we've got the spell, so I don't know how useful some of these ones that we're picking up are. Especially considering we're likely to travel with people who have the relevant spell that we need. I really like finding all of these tools though, both for lockpicking and trap detection. Heavy chest. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. It's very, very dark here. And I wonder if there's something hidden away in the dark. But let's not provoke this thing to attack, obviously. My guess is it'll probably shoot something down here and this will explode and everything will catch on fire. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But yeah, let's just...
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Turn things off there. Yep, very good. And... should I just light my torch here? Hang on, what happened to my torch? I don't have a torch for whatever reason.
Let's get on with it.
Anyone else have a torch? Yeah, I mean, she's got a torch on her. Ooh, yeah. That could be bad. So maybe we don't want to light a fire near explosive barrels, but she does have this spell. And we can illuminate a 9-meter radius. I don't know if this is wasteful or not. But do we even need it? That's the question. Because I know there's a chest there. Yeah, just in case.
Looks like a trap there.
Ooh, okay, right. Well, Blue,
All right.
you're up.
Now.
I'm ready. Whatever
And
it takes.
let's bring you back, because if anything explodes, at least it's just going to be
Shouldn't
one
have wished
person.
to live in more interesting times.
So, yeah, let's disarm this. So, interestingly, I don't have Shadowheart's guidance as an option. I don't really understand why that's the case. Just need a 10 here. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank goodness for that. And then I guess we need to lockpick it as well.
Don't give me trouble now.
Oh, man. It's painful. We can use inspiration, or we can just use one of our thieves' tools, which will definitely do that instead of using the inspiration. I think inspiration would be good for, you know, conversations, really. Nice. Nature's Snare. Let's take all of that. I feel like that would be a good weapon for Gale. Let me just have a look at everyone's equipment. So... yeah, he's only going to be able to do 9 damage using these 2 daggers anyway. I do feel like it's better if we... oh, okay, here's the torch. Maybe I should just place that torch back. And yeah, I feel like since he's a mage, I think he needs mage's weapons, you know? So let's give him Nature's Snare, Fly Traps, chance to ensnare target if it's not a plant or a beast. I guess maybe this has to be coupled with just like a physical attack rather than casting a spell. Could be useful though. Yeah, alright. Let's bring everyone back together. And I'm just double checking here, but... yeah, I'm looking at the availability of our spells.
My faith protects me.
A hero at heart. Salutations.
And I'm having trouble trying to read some of these spell slot icons, guys, because so it's pretty obvious that blue has what? This is 2 out of 3. I assume I can still do like a couple more level 1 spells. Then there's Shadowheart. And it seems like she's still able to do some spells as well, although I'm getting an indication here from my level 1 spell slot. I guess maybe she's run out of level 1 spell slots? Am I reading that correctly? But I would have thought that this would simply just grey out and she wouldn't be able to do it. Or perhaps maybe this is because we are out of combat and it doesn't count. Yeah, not sure.
Ah, an excellent choice.
And then, yeah, Gale still has a couple. And he may have a total of 4 spells that he can use.
Defender of the people.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a little bit of help on understanding the spell slot stuff, guys. So, you know, if you want to leave some comments around that, that would be really awesome. Surfaces. You've stepped in a surface that could become dangerous if affected by elements like fire or lightning. Most surfaces like this can be washed away with water. Yeah, that's why I have Conjure Water, or whatever it's called, that spell that Gale has, and that is specifically to address any issues like that. So I've just noticed that there's a rune down here. Rune of the Wolf. So Rune of the Bear. And then, again, Lupus. Lupus is stuck down there. Let's bring him in. And yeah, I know we're quite low on health on Will, and Lupus has taken a bit of damage, or still has a couple of hit points down there. I don't know if this is a good place for us to do a heal, like using a potion, or maybe I should just use Shadowheart's spell. Maybe it makes sense.
Take 2.
Yeah, that's grayed out now. And everything else is grayed out as well, or a lot of the other stuff is grayed out. So I guess maybe I've really run out of level 1 spells. And I guess maybe all of this other stuff is more like cantrips, where they don't really require a spell slot. Yeah, we're looking much better now, and I think I'm still more comfortable going into battle now with Will at 19. I want to go down that way though, so this is the eagle, this one is the wolf, and here, I think this is the wolf.
I'll go this way.
It doesn't seem obvious to me where things might trigger if we take a wrong step. What is obvious to me though is the runes that would switch these things off. So, almost forgot to loot you. Just take what we can. And yeah, I do want to try and jump across if we can, so... I don't think we need to take everyone, so I might just leave everyone behind. And we'll just take blue. Ooh. I don't know if that was a... Oh my god, alright. I don't know if that was a miss or what that meant exactly. Maybe we got lucky? It has good survival. I thought we had the best survival.
There is work to do.
Blade at the ready.
What am I
Shadowheart has +3, so let's give her a go. I wonder if we're just simply being blocked at the moment, and if we get any closer, that might change. Well, I'm gonna have to try and bring everyone else in.
That's curious.
There we go. Alright, there's a dirt mound here. Alright.
Let's move. On my way.
Is there a way to jump down there? -1 HP. Oh, actually, no, there's a spot that we can jump to. Seems pretty safe. Oh my god, alright. No, 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 let's turn that off. Oh, alright. We're burning though. We're burning.
At the ready.
Oh, okay, we've already taken all of the damage. Damn. Okay. Yeah, had I reacted a little faster there, I think I could have used create water in this location and just douse the flames. Goodness me. Alright, tempting treasures everywhere. Charred key. A dead human. I don't know if it would be worth using Speak to the Dead on this human to find out what happened to him. I mean, it seems pretty obvious that he died from all of these traps, but like more around what was he doing here in the first place. Oh yes, there's the treasure up here, which might be worth looking into. Is there anything else in this area? I don't think so. I wonder if we could just simply try to destroy these statues. 65 hit points though, so that would take a while, I feel. That's a lot of stuff. Belladonna, Elixir of Peerless Focus. Yeah, a lot of interesting things there. Not the greatest treasure we've ever seen though, but at least there was a reward for taking a little bit of that damage. Okay, let's group everyone back up, and yeah, I'm considering whether or not I want to do yet another short rest, because we've taken quite a bit of damage. Or maybe we can just simply use Potion of Healing. Yeah, I think that's the play. And I'm sort of trying to tell myself to be a little bit more liberal with all of the things that I have, all of the resources that I have at my disposal. I just want to thank some people who've been leaving comments on the trading mechanic, and specifically around whether or not, you know, we can move the dial on traders' attitudes towards us. And I think it really has to do with deeds and what happens around you before you might, you know, have like a better relationship with said trader. So really it comes down to maybe progressing the story in a favorable way before we might be able to get like better deals. I'm concerned about what might be behind here, so let's do a quick save, and I am gonna disengage everyone, and I'm gonna do some stealth
Out of sight, out of
and
mind.
just see. I mean, for all I know, there could be someone just standing outside of this stone door and we go into battle immediately, but...
These tracks. Goblins?
Okay, I don't know why Lupus followed us outside. He just mentioned these tracks and goblins. Where are we? I think this is the gate. This is where we had that fight. We haven't really explored this area, have we? Alright, there's a lot to do where we came from, so I think it's probably better that we go back and we do a few more bits and pieces at the Grove. Salts of Rogue's Morsel. Yeah, let's head back, and I think it's probably a good idea for us to go back and fetch Lae'zel. We'll have a chat
Best
with
be on my
Lae'zel, and just have a chat with that guy, what's his name? Zoru. And we'll see what we can uncover. And aside from that, we should also try to have a chat with the rest of the people down there. I'm not entirely sure if we really explored the rest of the Grove enough. I think there's maybe a little bit more for us to do. There's that tiefling that seemed to be trapped in some kind of a structure, so I'm keen on seeing whether or not we can have a chat with her and find out what she's doing. Okay, so we should be able to just like make a whole bunch of jumps. Rotten chicken eggs. Really? Oh, everyone stand back. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. Good. Good. My lord. Yeah, I need to move a bit more carefully. Again, Lupus really doesn't seem to take well to jumping, and he seems to need a little bit of micromanaging.
I've got a long road
It's a
ahead.
little bit frustrating, to be honest. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe it's because she's some, you know, familiar, and maybe the familiars control a little bit differently. Yeah, we do have the magic weapon spell, don't we, on
Whatever comes,
Shadowheart.
I'm ready.
Oh no, it's spiritual weapon.
No one stopped
Bit of
me
a
yet.
difference.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Ooh, okay. So we have to go in from here. Again, I'll disengage everyone. Lupus! Again. What are you doing there?
And these things have stayed interesting.
So I assume I can just jump into this structure. 24.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
Yeah, let's try and persuade her. Don't worry, I'm here to help. Excuse me? Where's our guidance? I can't back out of this one. Oh, just. Oh, got lucky there.
Damn it! Was inventory today? I'm sorry. Nerves are shot after the attack. Do what you gotta do. Sorry if I don't show you around.
Yeah, inventory. That's right, inventory. You need a hand?
I just fall back down. Legs are as steady as a foal's. Bloody potion!
Take her bag and leave? No, we won't do that. I like the third response. Might have been nightshade. Maybe hemlock. Poison, basically.
What? No, the potion worked. I'm strong as a bugbear and fearless. The old lady warned me that this might happen, that it was a side effect.
Sounds like you've been duped.
No, she's been nothing but kind to me. Why would she... Sorry, I need a moment. I'm not feeling the best.
Duped, alright.
But I'm sure it'll pass.
100% duped. Okay, can we... Is there anything that we can do for paralysis? I don't know.
Wits and blades always sharp.
I don't think like healing word would do anything for paralysis, would it? Does Gale have anything?
I see.
I think most of his stuff is offensive or conjuration or something. Yeah, I don't really see anything that we might be able to use. Unless we might have something in our camp, which I might go quickly check, actually. I know I'm sort of taking my time here, but I think if we can help her, it could be worthwhile.
Right. Very well.
No, I'm not really seeing anything that might help. Let's go back. I wonder if we can chat with her again. And I'm just thinking if there's someone who has like really good like medicine. Like Shadowheart has +5. Maybe it's worthwhile
Keep going.
speaking to her with Shadowheart.
Is that everything? I think that's everything. I'm gonna buy the ends of your kids and your birds and your dogs.
Let's see what I can glean.
If this isn't the most boring post in the Grove, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's really anything that I can take here without it being stealing. But I suppose she can't really go anywhere to tell anyone. Not right now, at least. Yeah, and I suppose I shouldn't really open this door, so I probably want to go back. I didn't realize there's a book sitting here. Kind of want to read that now, but
Never a
all
dull
good.
moment.
We'll come back to it, hopefully. A druid's ledger. Ooh, and there are more bottle racks up there. The pages are stained with dust and mud, but between the screeds about hygiene while traveling on the road, your eyes settle on this section. There were those that warned me against straying from the river, but I was out searching for an adventure, and where better than the fields of the dead? Living in Baldur's Gate, one hears much about this grand grassy plain, but one never visits. And for a place with such a desolate name, it is positively teeming with life. Well, perhaps not teeming, but there are honest farmers to be found there, and a large number of ravens. Alas, I had no time to venture near the huge hills, or barrows as the locals call them, but I am told that ancient artifacts are all but bursting out of the ground. A fine spot for a little relic hunting. I guess if we're looking for magical relics, maybe this is the spot. Speaking of, I don't know how to feed Gale with his magical relic need. So, again, if you guys have any idea about that, or perhaps maybe we'll learn as we progress, and he'll just simply let us know when he needs a magical item or two. I also don't know how to tell if an item is magical or not. So that's a bit of a problem. Supply log is scrolled and underlined on the inside cover. The dirt-stained pages that follow track the storage and use of food and medical supplies. A flurry of entries near the end suggests that reserves are nearly depleted. Yeah, okay, so all of the druids and the tieflings, I guess, are on dire straits here. Alright, anything else worth looking at here? Otherwise, I think it's time for us to go back. Yeah, I think it's time for us to go back, so...
A long way to go still.
Can't give up now.
Okay, let's group everyone together and
Can't slow
let's
down.
make our way. Lupus! Why? Why, Lupus? Why are you so difficult?
No one back home will ever believe this. Like
You're gonna be sorry! Every last one of you!
Yeah, it has something to do with jumping, I feel. Yeah, weird. Anywho. Yeah, that was an interesting little detour there. Let's go back outside. There's still plenty of people to speak to here. Do I want to bring Lae'zel? Maybe not right away. So, of course, we do need to speak to Zoru, but not after we speak to everyone else, I think.
I won't have a word.
Lee and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what'll come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
I think that was regarding the interaction we had with the goblin, I think.
We should have left by now. Damnation! Instead, we're just
Or actually-
sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake.
You're doing the right thing. The tieflings do need help.
And what about us? There's every chance we've doomed ourselves by helping these people. We will end up fodder for some goblin's blade, all because Leah insists on helping every wounded foe we see. Our best chance to make it to Baldur's Gate is on our own. This place is lost.
Hold on. Why are you so eager to reach the city?
You are looking at Lorroakan's newest apprentice. Yes, that Lorroakan. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate.
I've heard that name before. A young man, yes? Lives in Ramaz's tower in the upper city.
The very same.
Word in Waterdeep has it he's a bit of a cad. But you say he's an accomplished wizard.
Of course he is. The greatest spellcaster along the Sword Coast. As if I'd settle for a lesser mentor.
In that case, I'd very much appreciate it if you could arrange an introduction, should we reach the city.
I've heard stories about Lorroakan. Not all of them good.
Common gossip. The byproducts of ignorance and jealousy. I've admired Lorroakan for years. Never dreamed he'd answer my letter. But I've worked myself to the bone for this. Few can match me in either magic or talent. The names Roland and Lorroakan will be known far and wide. You'll see.
Sounds like he's a little bit biased. He's also a little bit up himself, if you ask me.
We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
Scowl on your face would frighten a troll.
Those goblins will rue the day they chose to tangle with this grove. You and I will do some good here. I can feel it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I mixed up what he said about these two, thinking that it was about the two that were quarreling about whether or not to spare the goblin. First things first, let's just see if there's anything for us to take. There is this, Volo's Complete Guide to the Behavior of Nymphs. The book is handwritten in a swinging scroll. The red ink of an eager editor slashes through most of its contents. Two inscriptions, each in a different hand, are scribbled inside the cover. V. Absolutely not. E. Dearest Elminster, while you may lack imagination, nymphs, I assure you, do not. Nor does the public that eagerly awaits this work. I will refrain from publishing this piece for now, but only that I may conduct a more extensive bout of research. Your friend these many years, Olothamp Gedarm. Author, raconteur. Not sure how to pronounce that. Anyway, etc. Okay. Interesting. I thought it would be a cookbook of some sort, but not really. Let's have a chat with the auntie here, Auntie Ethel.
If it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
Oh, this is the old lady that that duped the tiefling in that storage shed. What are you, an alchemist?
Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things.
She's a witch.
Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
Might this concoction also help with something more serious?
Well, that depends. What's wrong, lovey?
I have a condition, an unusual condition.
Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
Wow.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
You're in for a bit of a surprise here. Yeah, I've got a mind flayer parasite in my head.
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home.
Something at home, you say? Unfortunately, Shadowheart disapproves of this whole interaction, but she's not running the show. Such as?
I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
Yeah, sure. Show your wares and we'll have a look.
Hey, bother.
Alright, so... Potion of Greater Healing, yep. I mean, it looks like a pretty stock standard kind of potion thing to me. And that almost seems like the thing that she gave us. Yeah, okay. Greater Healing. I mean, does it make any difference if we've gotten this item from her, since she sounds so suspicious? For want of a better word. Potion of Invisibility. Interesting. Coralon's Grace. That looks kind of cool. Natural... I don't know how to say that word exactly. Pugilist. You gain a +1 bonus to unarmed attack rolls and damage. Unarmed attack rolls. So, spells. Or are we talking about fists here? Unhampered resistance. While the wielder is not wearing armor, they receive a +2 bonus to saving throws. That sounds pretty good, considering it'll be Gale using this weapon. Gale can absorb this item's magic, destroying it. Hey! Okay, that's how you tell. Okay. problem solved, guys. I'll have a look at all the stuff that we have in camp and see if there's anything that we can just give to him. It is 100 gold. Look, let's not worry too much for now. And I'm gonna just sell a few things because I can. I think we've seen gladiator sandals before. I don't know if anyone else needs a torch. I might just keep the torch, to be honest. Yeah, looks good.
Be careful on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Becky.
Yes, she sounds dodgy. Dodgy as hell. Octa.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Wonder what this would do for us. Maybe it heal the party? A bowl of grey goo reminds me of home. What is it exactly?
Food. You want it or not?
Alright, we'll take it.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Gruel. Where is it? Unless it's a supply. Yeah. We could consume it for 3 to 12 healing immediately. But it's only counted as 1 camp supply. This is 5 camp supply. Okay. I mean, I may as well use it now. So who needs the most health? So we've got 6 hit points missing here, and another 5 hit points there. So I think if we consume it, I think that'd be the best. Oh, does it give us any other status effects though? No. Alright, so... yeah, consume. +6. Nice.
We're exposed now.
I'm feeling even better now about our next fight, whenever that might be.
Reeking of this place. Never get the smell of my clothes.
Ooh. I mean, I feel slightly bad about taking all the supplies in this area, because I'm sure all of these tieflings could need with a bit of supplies. Bit of extra supplies. Ooh. Damon.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
That forge is holding on by a thread. Are you a smith?
Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
We've heard about infernal machinery before, something to do with those coins that we have. Yeah, let's see your wares. So, I don't know how much we might need to think about spending. Because, I mean, all of this, like, this looks really sick. Hunting short bow. I mean, the light crossbow still does more damage. Color of monsters. You have advantage against monstrosity type enemies. Weapon enchantment +1. This weapon receives a +1 bonus on attack rolls and deals +1 bonus damage. So it's really 4 to 12 potentially. And I assume with this short bow you could then cast Hunter's Mark, which doesn't really make much of a difference for us because we already have that. Hand crossbow +1. 5 to 10 damage. It gives us an additional skill though. Mobile shot. After using dash or disengage this turn, you can make a ranged attack as a bonus action. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. But we'd have to take a hit on max damage. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if it makes sense to be spending all of our gold on stuff like this, or whether or not we should really just be content finding stuff. Yeah, let's not rush into it.
Hell's take me. What I wouldn't do for
Haven't met this little Zaki here.
Give Moll a 10-day and she'll own Baldur's Gate. You'll see.
Oh, it's a rat here. Speak with animals. Oh. Yeah, let's see if we can catch up to it.
Stay back, or else.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Just get back. Ow! Oh, my tooth.
Let me take a look.
It's the front one. I chipped it on the evil thing.
The evil thing? What evil thing?
In the box. Follow me, I'll show you.
In the box. Hey, hang on. Where'd he go? Is he talking about the goblin, maybe?
My dagger. I could use the target practice.
I feel like I've just like lost the little rat. Don't know where he's gone off to. Gonna have to maybe come back to that.
No helping it. You're exposed now. Die if I met Heroic and reeking of this place. Never gonna.
But I'll try and keep an eye out for him. Yeah, even more stuff up there. And there's this stone door. I have no idea where that would lead.
Good to be back behind the walls, have to say. For as long as that lasts. Don't make me hurt you, boy.
Too late! Looking at you is painful enough.
What's going on here? Oh, he's chasing him.
Give it back, kid.
I already told you I don't have it! How stupid are you?
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
I mean, we don't even know if he has it, right? Should we pick a side? Or do we just see what happens? I mean, I'd definitely be against him abusing a child though, so I'd have to go. I'm compelled to go with option 1 here. So, yeah, don't lay a finger on that child.
You threatening me?
Yeah, let's persuade him. You're the one making threats. To a child, no less. Pull yourself together. Yep, we've got guidance here. I think maybe the reason why I didn't have guidance in some scenarios before was that perhaps either Shadowheart or Will was maybe a little bit too far away. Maybe they need to be within, I don't know, touching distance or something. Nice.
You don't understand. The kid stole my locket. He... How the hell's with this? These little devils get away with everything because of coddling bastards like you. You'll get yours someday. I hope I get to see it.
Maybe you will, but personally, I doubt it.
See you around.
Can we have a chat with him? Okay. Well, you gained inspiration there. I'm gonna run out of spots for inspiration, though, on our character. Because we've already got 4.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
1 foot, 2 feet, well met, well met. Oh, sorry, well met, we'll meet. Oh, okay, I picked it up. I want to actually read it. 1 foot, 2 feet, well met, we'll meet. 2 drakes, 1 mink, 1 draught. 1 draft, 2 drinks, 1 bear, 3 beers, come join, drink here, 1 foot, 2 feet, well met, we'll meet. Yondala and Garl, shared twixt them a farl, all covered in butter, and they liked each other. Along came a fly who flew with a cry to a buttery fowl of Yondala and Garl. When Garl took a bite, Yondala shrieked with fright, "Don't eat that, oh my! That's a butterfly." There was an old man named Elman, who made the best buns in Faerun. The elders did scold him whenever he sold them, saying, "Elm, bring those buns to our room." Okay. Interesting rhymes and poems.
We've known enough grief this 10-day traveller. Don't be the cause of more.
Sure. No worries. Recruitment poster. A man and woman stand side by side in armor and blazoned with a red fist surrounded by flames. Find pride and purpose in the flaming fist. Join today and protect Baldur's Gate. Led by Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard himself, you'll be tasked with guarding the city's streets, protecting its people, and upholding the laws that govern us. Speak to any of our friendly fists throughout the city, or visit our headquarters at the Sea Tower of Baldurin to find out how you can blaze a new career path today. Alright, that's the extent of this place. I don't suppose Bath would want to speak to us anymore. But yeah, now I'm not so sure as to whether or not his locket was truly stolen. It may have been, and perhaps maybe there's a way for us to get it back somehow.
Seems simple.
Traveler's Guide to Sword Coast. With the dust of their journey still clinging to boot and cloak, the canny traveler will no doubt seek to secure accommodation within the city. Post haste. Below are some establishments that are typical of what the city has to offer. The Bladed Stars, easily identified by its sign, a wooden shield boasting a curved blade against a field of stars. A handwritten scroll in the margins notes the sign is currently not in place. This inn is comfortable, quiet, and highly recommended for travelers seeking to recuperate from their journey. Expect unassuming fare at a reasonable price, moderately clean rooms, and passably clean patrons. The Blushing Mermaid. For those seeking an altogether rowdier night in the city, the Blushing Mermaid should be the first port of call. Named for the life-sized wooden mermaid on display, this inn is known for its ill-reputed patrons, frequent brawls, and altogether unsavory reputation. Nevertheless, I feature it here owing to great interest from my readership. I can only advise that you exercise extreme vigilance should you choose this establishment. Elfsong Tavern. Most of this passage is illegible due to water damage, apart from the two words and phrases nearest to the inner margins. Dimly lit, Proprietor Alan, disembodied elvish singing voice. That sounds a bit ominous. Yeah, let's try speaking to him again.
Thanks to you, that kid is my locket. My mum gave that to me on her deathbed. Get out of my face. Got nothing to say to you.
I wonder if we can find the kid again. The Realm according to Bumpo. The book naturally falls to a dog-eared page in which Bumpo describes the more unusual races he's met in his travels. But they weren't half so strange as the bird folk. First, Arakocra I met had the head of a parrot, the body of a human, and wings also of a parrot. I tried not to stare, but it was real hard. Turns out she was one of a motley party. Cores around her table were Tabasi, catfolk, a Genesee, element folk, and a turtle folk. Trying to act casual, I asked what the hell they all were. They ignored me, but I can't blame them. To them, I must have looked awfully dull and average, for they were the first of their kind I'd seen, but I was just one of a billion boring humans to them. And the true and impossible adventures of Tenebra Morrow, Volume 2. An excerpt from the True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebra Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left her native Waterdeep, and emerges from her room at the yawning portal only to exchange scrolled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. And thus, in the light of the Feywild near setting sun, we passed into the land of the Eladrin. My astute resolution to sail around the forests was betrayed. It seems to me that the river itself conspired to change course, bringing the new bride into the shadow of the trees that I might see those dancing figures up close. The form of the Eladrin, with which I am now intimately familiar, is that of elves as seen in a fever dream. Slender as wands and with hair of every changeable hue, their moods mirror that fey wilderness from which they spring. One moment, gentle as a still pond, and the next, inexorable and deadly as a falling mountain. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours or perhaps seasons among them. A halfling woman employed among my crew as a smith dared to raise her voice in song above that of our hosts. The depth of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence, and it was only quick thinking on my part that delivered a compromise. When we left, it was without our smith, and the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavored to forge a blade that would sing for the Eladrin. Yeah, that's right, Eladrin more sweetly than she. It had been some centuries since. I hope she has succeeded by now. Right, that's a lot of reading, and there are a couple of people here to speak to, though.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Good luck to you both.
Thanks. I suppose we'll all need it.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
We just learned about the blushing mermaid. Elf Song Tavern? Yeah, we don't really know if that place is any good, but... a pint in a clean room would be... yeah, would do me a world of good, to be honest.
God, that sounds like heaven.
Won't be long now. One more trip, then we can really rest.
So, I don't really get why everyone's so hung up about trying to get to Baldur's Gate, to be honest. Perhaps maybe it's the only, like, really big civilization sort of center. Maybe. I don't really know much of Baldur's Gate lore to really understand exactly. Ooh, is there something back here? Quite possibly. Alright, and just looking at the time here, guys, we're probably going to call it an episode here. No combat this time around, but I guess there doesn't always have to be. I think, though, just before we end it, I will go to camp, and I'm going to use this opportunity to, you know, do some sorting of our inventory if we need it, and I'll, you know, run through any of the things that I end up doing with you guys when I come back into the next episode, obviously, but more importantly, we do need to grab Lae'zel for one of our next conversations. Hope you guys look forward to the next episode. Thank you very much for watching thus far. Check out some comments down below if you want to get in touch. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.